We have your topic idea from yesterday's video. We went through and looked at the SERP, the search engine results page, to make sure that that is in fact what people would search for if they were looking for that particular solution. Now we're going to go in and just kind of understand better about the topic of what types of other things people might be searching for that you can include in that same piece of content. And we're also going to look at specific details about those keywords. So let me pull up my screen from yesterday. We're back here on our health coaching. There are a couple of things that I want you to notice on that search engine results page. So if this is the search engine results page that you want to show up on, let's get to know it a little bit, right? So up here, we have the autocomplete function. So take the search result that you determined that you want to talk about more yesterday and take a look at some of these autocompletes. So health coach for Crohn's disease might be what you're thinking about, but what other people are searching for that might show up in that autocomplete that Google knows these are correlated, our IBD coach, specific people that are in there. Maybe you want to just take a look at who are the competitors, or you might just want to decrease this a little bit and say Crohn's disease, and maybe instead of health coach, you see that people are looking for specialists or dietitians or support groups or resources or gut health, right? How is it diagnosed? How is it treated? These are all really good questions that if you want to serve this population with this condition, you can see the exact things that they are searching for. Down here in the people also ask section, you can see who's the best doctor for Crohn's disease. Can a nutritionist help with Crohn's disease? What consultants deal with it? Does it qualify for these things? So you may want, if you are a health coach, you may want to say, you don't need a nutritionist, you can work with a health coach. Or if you're a nutritionist, you could say, here's why you should hire a nutritionist or a dietitian to help you with your Crohn's disease, right? Because we saw the word dietitian show up here. So maybe explaining how a nutritionist or a dietitian, or if you're one or the other, you want to explain why they should choose you instead of some of these other options. Maybe you have a Crohn's disease support group that you're running, or maybe you think, oh, that's a great idea, I'll start a Crohn's disease support group. So knowing that there are opportunities that people are telling you what they want from your business potentially showing up in these search results, having these questions. And the cool thing about this people also ask section is that you can click on it and other options that are very similar will show up beneath it. Which foods are bad for Crohn's, or what does a Crohn's diet look like? And as you click on that, you'll see even more things show up. Can you eat eggs? And then, can turmeric help? Or can I eat pesto? Or is peanut butter okay? These are all super, super, super specific topics. So if you're a health coach or a nutritionist, you can write a whole blog post just about what should you avoid, or can you eat eggs, or whatever that is. And then if you want to go in and kind of go down these rabbit holes and check it out, you can actually use this to search for that term, and it'll pull that up in those search results. Another place to get information down here is this related search section. A lot of these are going to be the same things that we saw in the autocomplete. So as you're going through this, you might find some really interesting topics that you hadn't thought about yet. So I'm actually going to end this video here and come back tomorrow for the next phase of it. But go through, take a look, maybe go through some specific down the rabbit hole here. See, this is our featured snippet section, and you can go take a look at this website and see how they've got this organized so that way maybe you can be the one that shows up here on the Google page. They've got a couple different featured snippets showing up here. You can get even more questions that people are asking. You can find out more of those related searches, and you can just get to know this topic really well. And by getting to know not just what is that one single keyword people are choosing, but getting to know the topic as a whole, you'll get a better idea of how different options fit together. And you can also be able to see how you can include all of these in a more comprehensive blog post than just Crohn's and peanut butter, right? So I'll be back tomorrow to look a little bit more deeply at the specific keywords, the numbers behind them, and what they all mean.